Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you to 792 meeting of South Delhi Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin the meeting, there are a few ground rules. Let's take 10 seconds to put your mobile phones on silent mode. Please unmute yourself only when it is your chance to speak. Keep a pen and paper handy to note down the key learnings from this meeting. At Toastmasters, we do not talk about religion, sex, or politics. Hence, it is recommended to not talk about in an offensive manner. I hand over the stage to our very enthusiastic Toastmaster, presiding officer, Toastmaster Amit. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika, for starting meeting with this high note, enthusiastic, and innovative way. Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. Good evening, everyone, in the 792 meeting of South Delhi Toastmaster Club. I warmly welcome you. At Toastmasters, why we are here? So, I am here to want to tell you that we are here for the self-development and personal growth. Because self-development and personal growth is the important key to be successful in your life. Different people have different opinion about success. Different people have different thinking of how we can be successful. But one thing that I assume that you also agree with me is very important to be successful in your life. And that is decisions. Your decisions decide your future and how we are able to take the good decisions. So that for that there is a one important thing, and that is your state of mind. Once we are in the good state of mind, then we take this type of decision, we take the good decisions that helps us to be successful. There are three state of mind: good state of mind, average, and below. The longest the time we stay in this good state of mind, the good decision we are going to take. But the question is that how we stay in the good state of mind in the most of time. And answer is very easy. Environment, your surroundings. Your surroundings helps you to stay in the highest state of mind, and that helps you to take the good decisions in your life. Good decisions means writing the books, reading, going for meditation, going for morning walk, going gym, joining Toastmasters. These are the decisions that decide your future. And at Toastmasters, we provide that environment. We get that environment where we stay in the good state of mind for a long time. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization which has more than 364,000 members, 16,400 clubs across the world in 145 countries. At Toastmasters, we are not just learning the public speaking, leadership, and communication skills, but also there are 8 kinds of skills that we learn at the Toastmaster Club. And I am not going to share with you. I just want to tell you that at Toastmasters, we break barrier, but not budget. I request you all to go on the Toastmaster International site and check all these skills that we learn at the Toastmaster. So without taking a long time, I just want to tell you today we are coming with a very fascinating theme, that is Chankya in you. So I want to know about from the guests that how they came to know about the Toastmaster Club and what they think about the theme. What are their opinion about theme? So I want to ask from Abhishek, guest Abhishek. So guest Abhishek, can you unmute yourself and tell us that what are your opinion? how you came to know about the South Delhi Toastmaster Club, and what are your opinion about the theme Chanakya in you. So, yes, Abhishek, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hi guys. So my name is Abhishek Mistry, and I am a learning and development executive in working in Gurgaon. So joining Toastmaster was always there in my mind because my wife used to was a member of a Toastmaster club. I heard a lot about Toastmaster from her. So yeah, joining the group was it was always there on my mind, but I due to my laziness I used to means due to some or other reason I used to the joining it used to get delayed. So that's it.
That's great, Abhishek. Good to hear from you. I believe that you are on the right platform where you will learn the public speaking and good communication skills. So now I guest Neha. Neha, may I know from you how you came to know about the South Delhi Toastmaster Club, and what are your opinion about this theme? So I request Toastmaster Utkarsh, could you please remove the screen, stop sharing screen? Yes.
Hi Amit, I came to know about Toastmaster Club from one of my colleagues. From past few months, he's regularly trying to, he's convinced me to join this club, but somehow I didn't get it link and I delayed it at my own reasons. But yesterday I thought I should join it and let's try what it is. And I know about about Toastmasters, that we can learn here or improve our public speaking or interpersonal speaking skills and communication skills.
That's great, Neha. Good to hear all that. But as I told you, just check the website, and we are learning a lot of things at the Toastmaster. So I am not going to take your lot time. Now I want to introduce Toastmaster of the day. I will reach to the guest later on once I get again time. So now I want to introduce the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gyan. Toastmaster Gyan is a very enthusiastic gym trainer and martial art. He do the martial art in his life, entrepreneur and students. So let's learn from the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Yes, about the theme that is the Chanakya in you. So please help me to welcome Toastmaster Gyan over to the virtual platform. Over to you, Toastmaster Gyan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, for the brief introduction. So, Chanakya always said that we came in this world alone. We leave this world alone. So why do we even think about people? A very good evening to one and all present here. This is Toastmaster Gyan, Toastmaster of the day. I welcome you all to meeting 792 of South Delhi Toastmasters. So in today's 21st century, we have a lot of people as our mentors, as leaders, or a lot of people whom are we inspired with. But the thing we are forgetting is one of the greatest leader, a teacher, and most importantly, a kingmaker we had in ancient India, Chanakya the Great. We all know the great Mauryan Empire, which was established by Chanakya, whose boundaries cross today's Afghanistan in the west to the Myanmar in the east. The empire which was undefeatable, the empire which even the sons of Alexander would never win. So today I'll share you the two most important things we can learn from the life of the great Chanakya. The first one, never lose your self-respect. We all know how the story begins, that Chanakya was thrown out of the court of the king Dhanananda, and then he decided that I will never tie this shikha till the time I make a deserving person sit on this throne. And he gave his entire life each and every day just to gain that self-respect back. The second thing, that never lose your patience in adverse situations and always be determined. So when Chanakya and Chandragupta were establishing this empire, they had a lot of setbacks. They lost a number of battles. It is said that they even spent 5 years in a deep well. Somehow they survived, and they still were determined. So we as a young generation, we as a generation of modern India should never forget Chanakya, though we should learn from his thoughts, his learning, his book, the Chanakya Niti, his book, the Arthashastra. So as said by Chanakya, that we don't have a life long enough to commit all the mistakes by ourselves and learn, but we can learn from others. We should have his thoughts, his learning always within us, which would help us in our life, no matter whatever we do, no matter wherever we are. So as the theme says, Chanakya in you. Now, I would like to introduce you with the structure of the meeting. So the meeting is divided into three parts. The first part is of the prepared speeches section, where the prepared speakers will give their speeches. And the second part is the table topic sessions, the impromptu speaking session. And the third part is of individual evaluation section, where everyone will get their evaluations. So without any further delay, I would like to pass on the stage to Toastmaster Abu, our general evaluator of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gyan. I certainly remember the story of Chanakya. And as you know, borrowing a leaf from your book, Chanakya could not do it alone. Nor can I, nor can you. We need a team, but not in a manipulative way. I was watching this movie on Netflix, and the name of the movie is Southpaw. What I realized was there was this boxer who, he was about the age of 40, and he was looking forward to get retired. However, his wife got shot, and then he wanted to come back to that boxing. He was a very good player, but I thought that, okay, now he has to practice. Like, had it been Hindi film, he would have gone ahead and practiced all by himself. But it was not Bollywood, it was Hollywood. And the first thing that he did was he went and he asked for a good coach. He said, who is the best coach who can teach me? So even if you are a world champion, you need a coach. Similarly, whatever we do, we need an evaluator. We need somebody to tell us what went right and what could have been better. We all understand that we won silver medal today. And it was only possible because there was somebody who was guiding her. If she was not guided, she could have never won silver medal. And I'm sure, inshallah, gold is in a day or two, we will also get to listen about the gold. And let's go ahead and win the gold here. In order to win gold, I have got amazing, amazing people. So let me introduce the first person. The first person is the timer. Timer happens to be Utkarsh. Utkarsh, can you please come and share your roles and responsibility with the team? Hi, Utkarsh, can you hear me?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but we can't see you, Utkarsh.
Just a moment. Yeah. So basically, greetings, Toastmasters and guests, fellow guests. As a timer, I will be time the table topic, speakers, formal speech, and evaluators. I also alert each speaker of the day they have left using the green card, yellow card, and the red card, which denotes the specific remaining time. Suppose if you are in the table topic speakers, you will get 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1.3 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will show the red card. And in the icebreaker speak, I will show green card at 4, yellow card at 5, and red card at 6. And the most of the speeches, the length should be around 5 to 7 minutes. 5 green card for 5, and 6 yellow card for 6, and red card for 7 minutes. The individual evaluator should take around 2 to 3 minutes. So then green card for 2 minutes, yellow card again raised for 2.30 seconds, and the red card would be around would be for 3 minutes. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you so much. So this was Utkarsh, who was representing our country when it comes to sprinting. Now we have the second Olympian who is going to represent our country for swimming, and she is the A counter, and that is Mishika. Mishika, can you go ahead and talk about your roles and responsibility?
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. Good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters. I will be playing the role of a counter for today's meeting. As per my role, I will be paying special attention to the following. First, filler words and filler sounds like Second, long pauses used by the speakers during the meeting. And third and last, I will be paying special attention to repetition of words such as well, but, like. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was our second Olympian. Now we have our third Olympian. And that Olympian happens to be who is representing our country when it comes to shot put. And out here, she is representing us when it comes to grammar. It is no other than Sandra. Sandra, would you be kind enough to share your roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Abu. I need some screen sharing rights also. Yeah. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. As I am the grammarian for today, I will be noting the improper and proper usage of word and idiom of the day, and the quotations used and the good quotations used in the meeting. And the word of the day is razzmatazz, which means noisy, showy, exciting activity and display designed to attract and impress. And the idiom of the day is thick as thieves, which means, just a second, which means two or more people very closely or friendly sharing the secrets. For example, they were thick as thieves for weeks, which made us wonder what they were doing. So I would appreciate the members and the speakers to use the word and the idiom of the day in the whole meeting, and I will share the report as and when called by the GE. Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So this was the first, first tag team, and we are thick as thieves, but we have got other Olympians as well who will be representing. The next one that we have is the listener, and she happens to be Gauri, and she is representing India in archery, let's say. So Gauri, please go ahead and explain your roles and responsibility.
Good evening, all. I'm listener of the day. I think some of you might have thought maybe this role is an opportunity to provide an employment to unemployed Toastmaster. Maybe some of you might have thought this role is provided to that Toastmaster who's performed BP education, who informed BP education to play a role at the last moment. But actually, that's not true. Listening constructs 70% of our communication skills. So for improving our communication skills, first, we have to improve our listening skills. For that, you all have me today. I'm going to prepare some questions from today's speech, going to ask you all in evaluation segment. So be attentive. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, listener. So there you go. She presented her roles and responsibility in a razzmatazz way. So good job, listener. Now I'll go ahead and I'll hand it over to the Toastmaster to invite the funny joke master. So over to the martial art guy, Gyan Singh. And I'll come towards the end to share my report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abu. So before we move on to the prepared speeches section, I would like to lighten up the mood. So I'll call Toastmaster Diksha, the joke master of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyan. Good evening, everyone. I am Toastmaster Diksha. I'm the joke master for the meeting. Last night, I was talking to Toastmaster Abu, and we were being thick as thieves, and he gave me this razzmatazz idea that I can deliver bad jokes. But I thought, let's sort of re-engineer it. Let's take bad jokes to dad jokes. So here are some cringe-worthy dad jokes for you guys. Number one, I am reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Number two, yesterday I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor says I'm okay, but I feel I've died a little inside. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. I once had a teacher with a lazy eye. She couldn't control her pupils. My first job was working in an orange juice factory, but I got canned and I couldn't concentrate. I know these are very cringeworthy, but I hope you just found these okayish and lightened the mood a little. Back to you, Toastmaster Gyan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Diksha. That was indeed a great. So now we'll move on to the prepared speeches section. So I would like to call our first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Shailendra. But before that, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Deepika, to tell the speech objective.
Hi, Toastmaster Gyan. It'll be me, Diksha. So Toastmaster Shailendra is delivering his first speech, which is the introductory speech and icebreaker. The speech title is "Who Are You? Introduce Yourself." And it is the level 1, project 1 speech of his Pathways Innovative Speaking. I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Shailendra.
So when I asked Toastmaster Shailendra that what was the one thing you like about Chanakya, he said, the best ornament of a character is humbleness. So all the best, Toastmaster Shailendra, for your very first speech. And I want everyone to show a thumbs up sign because he's delivering his first speech. So Toastmaster Shailendra, who are you? Introduce yourself. Who are you? Introduce yourself, Toastmaster Shailendra. All the very best, Toastmaster Shailendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyan, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Who are you? Introduce yourself. This has been one of the most difficult questions that I have ever faced in my life. Sadly, this holds true even today. Before I attempt to answer this question, who am I? How does an apt introduction look like? I want to share a secret with you. Actually, in the year 2010, I have already given my icebreaker in an employee-only Toastmaster club at Adobe Systems Noida, where I worked that time. As far as I remember, my speech was quite good. Audience really enjoyed it. I actually joined that Toastmaster club under peer pressure, peer competition, and I also left when one of my peers left. And here I am today, 10 years later, just giving icebreaker again. Decision defines you, but are only the decisions defines you? I mean, we do have emotions, we do have motivations. What about that? According to psychologists, a person is sum total of all his motivation, all his beliefs, all his thoughts, all his actions. But wait, we do have all these things all the time. They are so dynamic, they change from time to time. I want to ask you, are you the same person which you were when you slept last night? Or are you the same person which you were when you were in college? I want you to take pause and think. In my case, I'm 32 years old, which basically means that I have seen 32 by 365 days, every day for 24 hours, every hour, 1,000 emotions and thoughts. If I take away negative things, still I have a humongous body of thoughts. Those are my personalities. But which personality is exactly mine? I was not satisfied. I decided to move to philosopher. Philosophers, actually, they are quite interesting people. They talk in metaphysics. Metaphysics is actually something which is the science of questioning science. I mean, the science of questioning the question itself. According to them, the question, who are you, becomes, what are you? What makes you you? Are you really you? I said, okay, I am a living body. I have cells. One philosopher said, okay, but do you know, just in 1 year, all the cells in your body changes. They die and they are replaced by their copies. Another philosopher propounded me an interesting question. He said, Viro, can you tell me what properties from an object can be taken away without changing the nature of that object itself? He gave me one paradox, which is known as thesis paradox, which was first propounded by Greek philosopher Plutarch. And that was thesis ship. Actually, there was a ship, and the ship was quite old. Over the period of time, the parts of the ship, like wooden planks and the nuts and bolts, they got replaced. And ultimately, all the parts of the ship was replaced. There was an interesting scenario. Is this ship still the original ship? Or if not, at what point of time the ship has lost its identity? I was perplexed. I said, thank you. And I moved to scientist. By the way, I'm a senior computer scientist. But coming back to the question, I'm really interested in space science. And I asked this question to the famous space scientist Carl Sagan. According to Carl Sagan, you are nothing but a stardust. It means every atom in your body has been manufactured in some star core back some time. I then moved to a very famous space scientist, which is, you must be knowing, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's really very famous. He comes in reality TV. And he said, well, you are just one of the body of, or one of the personalities of the infinite parallel universes. I said, okay, there's so many scientists. I'm a computer scientist too. I asked my fellow computer scientist. He said, well, you are nothing but a software with sensory input running on body hardware, but you don't have access to source code. You cannot compile it, but just you can only debug it, do it with your own quotient. I then move to common people like lawyer. They say you are a civilian, you have some certain fundamental rights, certain fundamental obligation towards society. I said, thank you very much, sir. And then I finally moved to sociologist. They said, you are nothing but a social construct. It means you are sum total of your community, your background, your education, your place of upbringing. Well, I do agree somehow, because in case I have changed so many schools, I have changed 8 schools, dotting across Western Gujarat till Eastern UP. That made me so introvert because I could not make so many permanent friends, and it made me a kind of philosophical abstract attitude. I am also, I support diversity in thoughts. And also the one thing regarding my background, I have a rural background. I have a strong linkage to rural community right now also. And that makes me, people say, you are more likely to be humble, but I will not comment on this. This is up to you only. Humbleness, that reminds me of one of the quote from our ancient teacher and philosopher, Chanakya. He said in Niti Shastra, rule number 6, that humbleness is one of the best ornament, or one of the best ornament of all the character a human can possess. Well, I said, okay, but what about identity? What I really believe that identity is nothing but a composite thing. It is a changeable thing, a dynamic thing. It is not an absolute. Because, for example, my name is Shailendra. The meaning of my name is King of Mountains, but my height is just 5.5 inches. So the thing is that you should not cling into identity. There's something called identity cluster. It is composite. You can tap on the identity of others. You can grow it. You can nourish it. And also the contemporary science, specifically neuroscience, they are coming up with this idea that you can train your neurons, you can hack into it, you can change your personality, you can change your projection, you can change your reality onto this real world. And the question is not the real question is not who you are. The real question is who you can be. I would like to end this speech with a beautiful quote from Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese philosopher. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shailendra. That was a great speech. Everyone, please have a round of applause for him. So now we'll have a 30 seconds feedback session. So everyone, please give feedback. You can also give your feedback in the chat box. Timer, please let me know when 30 seconds are over.
Yeah, it's over. 30 seconds are over.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we'll move on to our next speaker, who is also giving an icebreaker speech, Toastmaster Megha. But before that, I would like to call her mentor, Toastmaster Aditya, to tell the speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyan. So continuing with what the previous evaluator said, for Toastmaster Megha, the purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And I hope that the razzmatazz of Shalender's previous speech continues in this speech. Over to the TMOD.
Yeah, thank you so much. So when I asked Toastmaster Megha that what was the one thing you like about Chanakya, so she said, one who can't determine his goals can never win. So all the very best, Toastmaster Megha. You are what you want to be. You are what you want to be, Toastmaster Megha. All the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyan. Hi, everyone. I'm Megha Gupta. And Megha means clouds. If you ask my husband, he will say, when it rains, it pours with full sarcasm. But who I am? I would say I am a military veteran presently working with Amazon. But is that simple an introduction? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was born and brought up in a conservative middle-class family in Jammu and Kashmir. Kathua is the name of my native place. No, I was never a tomboy. And as a matter of fact, I was amongst the girls who took pride in playing with the dolls and kitchen sets. How lame, some may say. Well, that's the truth. I'm famous in my personal and professional network to take all the bold decisions and being stubborn, and I'm the laziest person I have come across since childhood. I started my education in a small school in Jammu with the name St. Thomas. Though fancy as it may sound, ceased to exist a year after I left the place. No, it wasn't amongst the many buildings blown up in the JNK. It was shut down by the government as it did not have permit to run. Well, in the hindsight, taking academic advice from neighborhood halwai in English confectioner can have some repercussions. It's only when I joined my new school that I realized education can involve being taught by the teacher in the class and not just chit-chatting in the sun the entire day. The first year was tough for me, where I sat at the bottom of my class along with my dear friend Shalin. However, as time went by, I took to studies, and by the time I finished my schooling in class 12, I was school topper. I would not say I don't give credit to my mother's Belan, in English, rolling pen. I worked hard to secure a seat in Jammu Government Engineering College. Though it may sound awkward to many, it was believed in my family, my extended family, my relatives, and the society that girls should only go for BA, B.Ed and become teacher and get married and then have kids. I was sent to a women degree college like all the other girls of the family. Within a month, I realized I have to be somewhere else. And that is when I decided to take a stand for myself. Though I did not stop going to that college, my AIEEE rank gave me one more chance. I still remember the 2-day panchayat, in English, family council, held by the family elders to decide whether a girl should be permitted to pursue engineering. Well, that's not the end to it. In the process of saving their very protected daughter from the corporate struggles of small town girls as depicted in the movies, I was not allowed to sit in the interview for any private company that came to the college. Out of sheer innocence, I applied to all the government jobs. Well, there was another panchayat, in English, family council, and I landed in the Indian Air Force. I may have mentioned this earlier. I am someone who never entered the playground, never played any outdoor sports till the age of 22. And all of a sudden landed in an organization that demanded highest physical standards. What began as a rough start ended with me retiring post 10 years of service with a sense of pride. I am an avid marathoner, cyclist, And I'm going to my brother's marriage on a bike this Thursday, all the way to Jammu. I am someone who picked up the habit of reading only recently, when I realized my vocabulary is not at par with what I aspire to be in life. When I say recently, it's only a year back when I realized that I need to work a lot on my communication skills to be successful in this business world, which I have chosen as my second career. I would end by saying, the sky is not the limit. It's just the beginning. There will be obstacles, there will be doubters, there will be mistakes, but with hard work, there are no limits. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Megha. That was a great and very inspirational speech. Everyone, please have a round of applause for her. So now we'll have 30-second feedback time. Timer, please let me know when 30 seconds are over.
Over.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we'll move on to our third speaker, Toastmaster Ojasya. But before that, I'd like to call his mentor, Toastmaster Chamin, for the speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster Ojasya is going to give his level 1 project 2 speech from the pathway presentation and mastery. So the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback and apply the feedback to the second speech. And the member is to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from the previous speech. So I wish all the best to Toastmaster Ojasya to give his speech and razzmatazz everyone here. Timer, please note the speech will be for 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So when I asked Toastmaster Ojasya that what was the best thing he liked about Chanakya, then he said that the Chanakya Niti is still used in the war zone, in the corporates and many other areas. He said that the best thing he liked about the Chanakya Niti is Chanakya Niti number 6, that you don't have the life long enough to learn from your own mistakes, but you should learn from others' mistakes. So all the best, Toastmaster Ojasya. Friend's wedding, Toastmaster Ojasya, friend's wedding, Toastmaster Ojasya.
Hello everyone. Last Saturday, I went to my friend's wedding. The decision to go was a very tough decision for me, because as we all know that we are living in a coronavirus environment. But all my other friends, we are thick as thieves, and they were encouraging me to go there. So I decided in the end that I will bow down to the social pressure and will go to the wedding. So on the wedding day, I got ready. As it's a COVID season, I wore all the essentials, that is mask, gloves, and took my pocket sanitizer with me. I booked an Ola. I had to go to Pitampura from Faridabad. So I thought it's COVID season, I will be reaching there within an hour. But to my astonishment, I was stopped by the traffic after every 15 minutes. And I reached my friend's wedding destination after 2.5 hours. I thought I am late. But to my surprise again, the Bharat, which is Indian groom's procession, was still coming. I was very happy, because though I was late, but still I was on time. I called my other friends and I asked them, where are they? They said that we are inside. I said that the Bharat is still outside. Don't you have any etiquettes? They said, we know that Bharat is outside, but the pizza is inside. I said, okay, I'm also coming then. So we had certain number of slices over there. Then we thought that it's time to move out and accompany our friend with the barat. So we moved out. We moved out from the air-conditioned hall to the hot natural weather. Everyone was wearing either a kurta or a suit or any other uncomfortable clothes, and they were dancing. And as I was seeing this, my friends also started dancing, and they invited me over there. I said, no, thank you. I don't want to dance. It's already very hot and I don't want to sweat more. Thank you. This particular excuse helped me from the embarrassment if I would have danced. Because if I would have danced, I would have done all the animal steps from monkey to snakes. I would have covered everyone. So this statement helped me. Then we came with the barat inside, and then we directly moved to the live counters. We had chaat, golgappa, etc. Then we had our main course. We were all full. We sat down. We started chatting with each other. As we were chatting, I realized that the number of people have reduced. I was having food. I was not having people. I don't know how they got reduced. Then I realized all this razzmatazz, this grandeur, everything was for the dinner only, not for the real marriage. Then I decided that in my wedding, whenever I will marry, I will arrange the function in such a manner that the wedding will precede food, and then all the participants, all the relatives will be having their food. In this case, I will be getting all the attention from the participants as well as their blessings. Also, the people will be attending the whole function. So it's beneficial for both of us. Then the wedding started, the real marriage, which is around the holy fire, it started and it got completed successfully. Then I encountered the reason why negotiation skills is very important and why it is taught in MBA colleges. Because now it was time for juta chorai or hiding shoes ritual. The bride sisters were asking money from my thrifty friend. And I know my friend, he will not shed a single penny. He will walk barefoot to his home, but he will not shed a single penny. But immediately I saw he was giving 5,000 rupees to them. The sisters refused. Then the negotiation began, and then my friend gave 20,000 rupees to them. And he said, it is my final offer, take it or leave it. The bride sister said that this is the value to your shoes which you're assigning to them. We are giving you a sister. Why are you being so petty? I think these statements hurt my friend's male ego, and because of which he gave another 20,000 rupees to them. So in total, he gave 40,000 rupees. The deal was closed. Everyone was happy. Then the bride and the groom, they went to their home. It was 6 a.m. in the morning. I always thought that whenever I have time, I will wake up early and I will see the rising sun. But I was not able to do that. But because of my friend's wedding, I haven't slept. Because of which I saw the rising sun and I was very happy. And to make up of my deficit of my sleep, I went to my home at 7:30 a.m. in the morning and I slept like a child then. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Everyone, please have a round of applause. Oh, that was great, Toastmaster Odysseus. It is very difficult to make people laugh, and you did it in a great way. So now we'll have 30 seconds feedback time.
Seconds out.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we'll move on to our last but not the least, speaker, Toastmaster Anjali. But before that, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Arushi, to tell the speech objective.
Thank you, TMOD Gyan. All right. Anjali and I have been thick as thieves because we joined South Delhi Toastmasters together. And now I will be telling you the purpose of her third speech, which is for her to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and then apply the feedback to a second speech. And the members should demonstrate how they've applied the feedback received from their first speech into the current speech. Luckily, I was the one who had also evaluated her previous speech, so I'm aware of my feedback in the last one. So Anjali, all the best to you and razzmatazz the stage. Over to you, TMOD.
So when I asked Toastmaster Anjali that what was the one thing she likes about Chanakya, she said that he was the most immense knowledgeable person that Indian history ever had. So all the best, Toastmaster Anjali, OTT, Toastmaster Anjali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyan. OTT stands for Over the Top, a platform that offers video and audio streaming of content over the internet. OTT has actually bypassed cable, broadcast and satellite television platforms. Though there is enough content, but there is a limitation if you want to watch it for free. So just have a paid subscription and you can get unlimited access of the media. Hello everyone, I'm Anjali and I'll speak about OTT for the next few minutes in my speech today. So, as per the Google data, the first dependent Indian OTT platform was Bitflix, launched by Reliance Entertainment in 2008. In 2010, Digivive launched India's first OTT mobile app called Next GTV, which provided access to both live TV and on-demand content. In India, no fixed body had ever been there to regulate online platforms or the, we can say OTT platforms specifically. But in 2019, amid various complaints, the government decided to take the actions against the same. And it was in October 2020, the Supreme Court had ordered the central government to take up the charge, and finally OTT now is governed by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Information Technology Act 2000. Like most industries, the COVID-19 pandemic was a big game changer for the media and entertainment industry, where this industry flourished many folds. If the last decade was of the PVRs and multiplexes, then this decade has been started for OTT platforms for sure, and it will go to next few decades, I hope so. So, of course, so many platforms like Disney Hotstar and Sony Live, Amazon Prime Video, etc. seriously gained immense popularity in India, specifically in lockdown. And stuck inside our houses, people always across the globe turned screens to seek entertainment. There has been an explosion of video streaming platforms, and there are countless web series. At the last count, there were about 40 video streaming services available in across the globe. Last June, Amazon Prime Video started the trend of OTT first movie by directly releasing Amitabh Bachchan and Ayushmann Khurrana starrer Gulabo Sitabo. And then also talking about Filmfare Awards, even Filmfare organized its first ever OTT awards last year, the Flix Filmfare OTT Awards. And series which made noise in the OTT space includes Cam 1992, Panchayat, The Family Man, Maharani, and many more. With Indian and international content, it played an essential role in the information revolution and development. Reduced cost. Okay, let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages also about OTT. So one thing which is which is in favor of OTT is reduced cost. as it saves a lot of cost for us for giving it to cable operators. Second, it provides crisp and sound quality and picture quality. Also, we get the feature of rewinding and forwarding to watch at our convenience. Watching on OTT platform is good for those who prefer the ending of particular series, within a couple of episodes only, instead of watching never-ending daily soaps, and that too with thrill and suspense moments. Theaters have their own charm, but OTT is preferred and wondrous if watching in theater style at the comfort of our home. Also, talking about advantages, let's talk about disadvantages as well. So, biggest disadvantage is online limitation, as we don't have that much of access maybe. Also, poor network can ruin our viewing for sure. But the biggest disadvantage, which I personally consider, is binge watching. As we all know, the content provided by OTT is really impactful and leaves us in suspense till we complete the whole series. According to a survey, 49% of India's youth spend 2 to 3 hours a day binge watching content. And OTT or watching TV for the sake of curbing curiosity seems wastage of time, but only after we just complete binge watch. When we are in front of any screen for more than a limit, screen like laptop, TV sets, and especially mobile, then our mood definitely gets swing, proportion of which may increase sometimes. This affects our health directly. We may frequently face cervical, burning of eyes, or even backache. We feel disconnected with our loved ones and get into the world of real life rather than real life. If I talk about my home, like everyone, we started maintaining discipline not to binge watch on OTT, then watched Hansel Mehta's Scam 1992. Then we did binge watching, had late night sleeps, but simultaneously gave ourselves liberty that this one is a great one. So, no problem is that. This is a trap. OTT platforms are all set to sell their product and that to over the target. These platforms has won the game already. Still, I would like to say that I am not much into watching TV or OTT stuff. And thankfully, after 2, 3 binge watch series, I tried to normalize my routine. Just as go for OTT, change with the world, but don't forget yourself and your dreams. Otherwise, you will end up watching TV even if you yourself have the ability to come on TV. Thank you so much. This was all from my side today. Over to you, Toastmaster Gyan.
Everyone, please have a round of applause for her. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anjali, for your great and informative speech. So now we'll have a 30-second feedback time. And also, timer, please let us know that all the speakers are qualified.
Thirty seconds are over.
So all the speakers are qualified?
Yes, all the speakers are qualified.
Everyone, please cast the vote for the best speaker.
Toastmaster Gyan, you can continue.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we'll move on to the next session of the meeting, which is the fun session of the meeting. For that, I would like to call table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Shubhashri. So when I asked Toastmaster Shubhashri that what was the one thing she liked about Chanakya, so she said that when I heard Chanakya, I remember my mom telling that, saying to be fearless, and that was the only thing I could relate with Chanakya, and I'm still trying to be fearless. So all the best, Toastmaster Shubhashri, for your table topic session.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Here comes the most exciting part of the session, the table topic masters. And here I am today, your table topic master for the day. So before I begin, I would like to ask all those who have been part of this, if you had to define table topics, what does it mean for you? Just define, or what does it stand for you? Anyone who would like to take a guess? You can raise your hands. Yeah, hi, Mishka. Please go for it.
Yeah, I would
Mishika,
say,
sorry.
that's okay. I would say spontaneous expression of thoughts.
Okay, that's great. Megha, would you like to go second? Oh, I thought, okay, I thought you had raised your hand. Sorry. Anyone else? Okay, Shreya.
So it's about how well can you articulate your thoughts without preparing anything, and on the spot, how well can you just articulate and concise with good quality of your content.
Right. Okay. Thanks, everyone. So yes, table topics basically tells us teaches all the speakers and the guests of how we can well articulate ourselves and speak in an impromptu way. So today's theme is stir your imagination. We often are asked that what would you like to be in our professions? Or rather, if you would not be this, what else would have you taken as a job? But why should we limit ourselves to only jobs? Why not become objects? So today's topic is, suppose you have the genie from Aladdin's lamp tells you today is your most luckiest day and you can be anything that you want to be. So what would that be? I will give you a few categories and topics, and you would have to just pick one and say what would you want to be if you were given that option. So you just have to select from number 1 to 10, and they're very easy topics. So do we have any first volunteer, please? Amit. So Toastmaster Amit, which number would you like to select?
I would like to go with 3. 3.
3. Okay. So let me, yeah. So your topic, 1 second, yeah. Okay. Yeah, your topic is 3 study items. If you had to pick up one of the study items, that is book, pen, or paintbrush, which one would that be? And why?
Okay, so if I would like to be, then I would like to be pen brush.
Okay.
I want to be paintbrush. So paintbrush means once I will be a paintbrush, then I can imagine this word and I can draw that word on the paper, so that the best things, beautiful things of this word I can imagine and draw on this paper. So I believe that would be a great experience once I come on the paper and share the imagination, beautiful things of the word, and I also add more beauty. I try to add more beauty on these things, so that I try to make this word more beautiful. So due to that, I would like to be brush, and apart from that brush, I can also think another things that are not in this word, but I can try to evolve these things. So if I have that opportunity to evolve these things, then certainly I will do that, and I will do all that type of fiction, non-fiction, innovative and enthusiastic, different type of thing in my work, so that it's a more beautiful word for each of us. So that's my opinion. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was a very innovative way of taking. Paintbrush has also been one of my favorites. I'll pick up Aparna. Can I pick up Aparna? I think she's a guest for today. Aparna, can we have you? Yeah. Hi, Aparna. So which number would you like to pick up besides 3? I can't hear you. Sorry. Number 6. Okay, give me a moment. So Aparna, if you had one of these cool jobs like that of a CEO or a prime minister or the common man, which we call as Aam Aadmi, if you got a chance to be one of them, what would that be and why?
I would be the prime minister of a country. As a prime minister, I get to decide for my country what can I make better in my country, and I would do all the changes that needed to be done. I would act as a speaker, as a person who can be on that position and take my job very, very seriously, unlike the prime minister that we have in our country. I'm sorry to talk about that, to talk badly about my country, but these days are having a lot of political instability in my country. And just few days back, our prime minister was changed from TMOD to Dewa, and our prime minister are just not leading up to that expectation that we have. And it's very sad to see for youth like us who are not getting what they want from their country. And if I got a wish to someone, then I would be the prime minister of the country. Thank you so much. Back to you, Deluga.
Okay, of the Toastmasters, let me choose Gauri. Gauri, can we have you? And please select any number besides 3 and 6. 1. Okay. The lucky number 1. So your topic for today is suppose you got a chance to be one of any of these seasons, see it winter, summer, or rainy. Now imagine you have to be one of them, and then what would that be and why?
Thank you, Toastmasters Vashi, first of all. And I definitely choose winter. I don't like winter. Actually, I don't like that. But winter is kind of everyone likes. Like it's kind of snow, ice, and especially children can go there and they can play. They can play with the ice. They can make the snowman, and we also have some beautiful pictures with the ice and with the all sweets, especially Christmas, as this is celebrated by other country, not more than India, not in more in India. So I definitely prefer winter, and definitely we eat so much in winter. I think everyone, because it's kind of cold outside, we always eat in the home and taking the mostly coffee and had a good dinner. Thank you.
Okay, that was good. That was a good take, yeah. That's interesting to know that you don't like it, but you would like to be that. Okay, can we next have, Kanika. Can we have Kanika on screen, please? And Kanika, please choose any number besides 3, 6, and 1.
So I would like to go with 4.
Okay, can we also have you on video?
Yeah, sure. Just a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
1 second. So, Kanika, today's topic for you is, so these are some drawing room items. So now, if you got a chance to be either a chair, clock, or a mirror, which one would that be and why? So imagine you have to be one of them.
Okay. So I think myself as an individual, I'm very, very I have a great this thing for discipline. So I would like to be a clock. I think, and a clock with a self inbuilt alarm or reminder kind of a thing. So maybe I can remind people every time they miss or skip something which is part of their schedule cycle. So yeah, maybe that.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Kanika.
Thank
Now let's have our next speaker. Let's pick up Sandra. Timer, please do tell me if we have time on us. How much time do we have?
Yeah, we can take 3 more.
Okay.
Shubhashri,
Yeah.
Shubhashri, can we not have role players and take guests first?
Okay, yeah, sure. So can I pick up Azad next? I guess he's also a guest. So Azad, would you like to pick up a number, say, besides 3, 6, 1, and 4?
Second, 2, number 2.
2, okay. 1 second. So your topic for today, Azad, is suppose this is one of these kitchen items. Say, would you like to be a fridge or a coffee mug or a food plate? Now, all of these are essential in their own way, but which one would you choose?
I would choose a fridge. I wish I could have been a fridge because that keeps the thing cool as it complements the temperature, its adverse temperature. So people, being a short tempered guy, a fridge will help me out a lot. The food will be there whenever I want. I can have a taste of the food. The milk will be there. I can have milk whenever I want because I really love milk. Fridge also benefits in the summer vacation, and kids love the fridge because of the ice cream which you can put in the fridge. So I love the kids, so I will be helping kids being a fridge, and all the time I will be keeping my cool. So that is the reason I would choose to be a fridge. Thank you so much.
Okay, that was interesting, Azad. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And then let me pick up next Shreya. So I do pick up guests. So then let me pick up Shreya next. Shreya. So Shreya, you have the numbers. The choices are reducing. So please choose
number 8.
Okay, number 8. Just give me a moment. Okay, so Shreya, if you got a chance to be any of these, sense organs, it can be either eyes, ears, or nose. Which one would that be and why?
Okay, so I think I would choose eyes. I think they are the most expressive organ that you have. Eyes, as they say, I say it all. So I would definitely choose that, and I would use that I would be try to be since I would choose that profession, I would try people to use that in the best possible way to express every feeling that they have, and to be to communicate whatever they are feeling, and to communicate whatever they are feeling, be it any feeling of anger, or the most beautiful feeling of love, or any emotion, or any, I think the better you eyes, they don't just express everything. I think one of the best organs, even if you're feeling low, you can just cry it out and feel light. So it's kind of an organ that actually will help your brain, your body, your heart, and can be used in multiple ways by just expressing and kind of feeling what you need to feel. So, and I'm all in about doing everything and making the best of it. So I think eyes would kind of cover the word job of every organ in the body. So yeah, just being optimistic.
Great. Thanks, Shreya. Thank you so much. If we can still take another speaker, Can I choose one of the Toastmasters? Like one of them. I have Mishka, if I can choose one of them, because we picked up a lot of guests. Mishka, can we have you?
Yeah, sure.
So you please select any number besides 361428.
Can I go with the last one? 10? We have
Yeah,
10, right?
sure. Yeah. So if you got a chance to be any of these sports utility items, see, be it you can either be, now look at it from, be it a cricket bat or would be a football or a badminton racket. You can imagine yourself, which one would you like to be and why, if you relate it to your best sport.
All right. I'll choose the third one, badminton racket. It takes me back to the childhood memories, I would say. Outside the house, we all used to come together and then we used to play. And I used to be the best player amongst all of them. And now when I play, because it's been really long that I haven't played. So just a couple of months back, I went with a friend of mine to play badminton. We bought new rackets, and then I was kind of praising myself that, you know what, I used to be the best player. And then when we went over there, I wasn't kind of good at it anymore. And then so it also kind of made me feel a little humble, and kind of really embrace all those childhood feelings and memories. And there was a time for that when I could proudly say that, you know what, I'm best amongst all of them. And now it's a different time. I can maybe be a so-so player and even be okay with that. So that is kind of the story connected with the badminton racket.
All right. Thank you, Mishika. Timer, if we still have time, we can take another speaker or.
Yeah.
No, Shubhashri, we can't take more.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your innovative ideas as what you would like to be. And now I would like to hand it over to Toastmaster Arushi. Thank you.
Great session, Subhashri. Thank
Can
you.
we have the poll first?
Yes, definitely. Guys,
Sorry. Yeah.
The speakers qualified?
Yeah.
Yes, Ritika, all are qualified.
Okay. So please vote for your best table topic speaker for today. Timer, do let me know when 30 seconds are over.
You can continue.
Okay, over to you, Arushi.
thank you, Shubhashri. Like I was saying, that was a great session. Really enjoyed the table topics today. So, hi everyone. I'm the VP membership of Saudali Toastmaster. Just here to reiterate a few things. And I'm very excited to see that a lot of guests have joined in today. And I hope you're enjoying the meeting thus far. Just wanted to say, how a game is incomplete without its players. A club also ceases to exist without its members. So that's how important every member of the club is for South Delhi Toastmasters. So to all the active members who come and participate each week, despite their hectic and busy schedules, a big round of applause for going that extra mile to show up each week and also participate and coming closer to your goals. For me, it is beautiful to see the smiles, excitement, and nervousness of the speakers and the great energy they bring with them. And with that, I feel, the inactive members could also witness all of this. the excitement, the nervousness, the inspirational speeches that we got to hear today was really awesome. So, like I said, a club is made of its members. So, when members go missing for a long period of time, you sort of start missing them. So, to all the veteran members of the club, I would say that your presence adds value to the meeting. And it is an inspiration both for the new members and the guests. So, I look forward to seeing you each week. For all the new members, I cannot stress enough the importance of consistency. The consistency you show in coming to each meeting, participating in roles like the auxiliary role players or the anchor role, and giving out speeches will make you a better version of yourself. That's how you will see yourself improve from each week to the other. Also, what did you guys do on a Saturday evening before the pandemic? I know most of us, we hung out with the friends after a long, tiring week of overwork. Well, you can do that even now. Just call your friends as guests to our weekly meeting and make them part of your Saturday evening. After the meeting is over, just carry on with your virtual celebration, or in fact, you can go and meet them also. Please make sure you're vaccinated. Also, to all the guests who are present in the meeting today, I'm very happy to see some of you who have come back with us for the second time or the third time. And some of you have taken your first step to the development and growth of yourself. I can foresee you as very confident public speakers and better communicators. So kudos to all of you. And the last message is, if you have any questions about memberships, joining, your friends want help with joining Toastmasters, I'm the person you reach out to. Feel free to give them my number. And yeah, I am there for all the members, guests, veteran or new members. So I'm your go-to person. Contact me. I hope you're enjoying the meeting, and I hope you're going to enjoy the evaluation section, which is coming right back after I stop chit-chatting. All right. Okay. Over to you, GE or TMOD.
Thank you so much, Arushi.
All right.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for what you already do and how welcoming you are, So that's a wonderful job that you are doing. Now is the time. Now is the time which will actually go ahead and help you become a better version. If something is worth doing in this life, is to become better than who you were yesterday. So we have got some amazing, amazing speakers, and we have the first evaluator who is about to come out of the screen. And if I don't give her a time, she'll jump out of the screen. So, okay, without further ado, we had some amazing, amazing speeches, and that amazing speeches need some amazing evaluator. I have got one of my favorites, and that is our joke master, as well as evaluator Diksha, to come and share her evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I'm not ready to jump out. Anyway, you can change your reality. The question is not who you are, but who you can be. These were some of the intriguing questions that Toastmaster Shailendra left us with during his speech. Some of the great aspects of the speech were his non-verbal communication. He had great hand gestures. He was comfortable with his body language, and he was able to use props and to emphasize his points. Coming to the content of the speech, he brought in great thoughts, ranging from thoughts of philosophers to those of quotations. And these left the audience on pondering about various things. Some things that the speaker can work on and bear in mind for his next speech can be categorized into 3 Ps. Number 1, the pace. he had a lot of content shrunk into a very small speech. So he could probably pace it out a little and take long pauses. So the second P is pause, the first is pace. The third one is personalize. The objective of the speech was to just introduce himself to the club, while I think his speech was more about his thought process, and we could have known a little more about you during the speech, so it could have been more personalized. Overall, great speech, great content, great nonverbal communication through use of props as well as hand gestures. But you could always work on your three P's: pace, pauses, as well as personalizing. Back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Diksha, for your wonderful evaluation. So we all know, right? The first person who went and set the bar high was Shailendra. And then, you know, when you let the bar high, it's the clouds that come into existence. So it was Megha's speech. To go ahead and give that justice to Megha's speech, we have got a veteran evaluator, and he is our Toastmaster Aditya, and today his evaluation is going to come on world news as well. So guys, this is very special one. Over to you, evaluator to Aditya. Yeah, Aditya, we cannot hear you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. In conjunction with what Megha's name means, my name means sun, and both the clouds and the sun are almost, they cannot exist without the other. But this is just an analogy. So moving on to the speech, you are what you want to be. The speaker wasn't overawed by the razzmatazz of an icebreaker speech, which can often make you nervous. And I have been there. It has frozen me at times, but the speaker spoke with such alacrity and with such confidence that it was as if it was her final DTM speech, which was as if she had been giving speeches from the day she stepped onto the planet. It was so well articulated, and then starting with the introduction of a name to make it clear that yes, my name means something, and then the speaker went on to a flashback technique, which means transitioning between the past, present, and the future. Which means what I was influenced by certain external factors, that is family, and the story around the family council or the panchayat was quite interesting. That was the flashback technique, and the coincidence which led her to in her profession, and then moving on from there. It was a very well articulated speech. And then one of the few icebreakers I've seen which has a beginning, middle, and an end. So continuing on that flashback technique, the beginning, what I am doing right now, the middle, where I was and how things change, and then the story around the panchayat or the family council. That was very interesting. And the end, what is my future? So all three things articulated: past, present, future, in the realm of beginning, middle, and an end. So overall, a well-structured speech. The voice was clear, audible, one of the few things that you expect in a speech. That was well done, and it was with a bang that the speaker started. The only thing that the speaker can work on is that the hand gestures were there, but they were hidden by the camera, which means you were near your computer screen's camera. If you could have moved a couple of steps back, your hand gestures would have been visible. To sum it up, an interesting speech using the flashback techniques and then articulating the beginning, middle, end. Well spoken. There were no nerves by the speaker, and if the speaker can just move a few steps back, it will take her 100 steps forward. That's all from my side. Back to Abu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. This is my takeaway. If the speaker could have moved few steps back, her speech could have moved 100 steps forward. That was excellent. The next one was like, after so much of, we had philosophy, we had such an inspiration journey, it was definitely time for wedding. And it was Toastmaster Ujasya who was giving a wedding speech. And to evaluate Toastmaster Ujasya, we have got Shaman for his evaluation. Toastmaster Shaman, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. So good evening, everyone. I'm evaluating Toastmaster Ajasy's speech. So Toastmaster Ajasya, I think so I would like to congratulate you for your level 1 project 2 speech, for finishing this speech for the project 2. Congratulations on that. I would like to start with some commendation, then I'll go on to the recommendations. So I really like the posture was quite appropriate. I mean, the camera angle was good. You were standing. Um, you had good eye contact with people. Voice modulation was good. I mean, it was not like, jumping up and down. It had the correct voice modulation, which you actually wanted to put there. Very apt topic, because at the moment, I think so, there are a lot of weddings happening. And yes, we are at the, we're still at the pandemic. So, those instruction needs to be in place. The only recommendation, I think so, I just have two of them. If you could have actually made it into like a proper storytelling. Yes, there was a story, but I think so the story could have been better. I mean, articulating it better, maybe adding a little bit of humor. I mean, every wedding has that humor, that excitement, all of those aspect. If you could have added that, it would have made things easier, because at the moment I felt the structure was appropriate, but the structure was something like, it almost seemed like sort of like an instruction. So I felt that, I mean, that's my opinion, but yeah, you could have worked on a little bit of storytelling, adding a little bit of humor, personalized kind of instances, making it a little funny or maybe sad. I don't know, I mean, trying to having that jumps to that story, so that would have made things nicer. Otherwise, all in all, very good attempt altogether. Good eye contact and gestures, I would like to say, and very comfortable with the stage, which I feel is a very positive thing to have, and in such a short span. Otherwise, I think so. Yeah, it was all. I think so it was quite a good attempt. That's it from my end. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mabu.
Thank you so much, Shaman. Guys, any guesses what the majority of the audience is going to do after this meeting?
Eat,
Yes, people.
Eat, Abu.
Eat, dance.
Yeah.
Okay, eat. What my sixth sense tells me is you guys are going to be on the OTT platform. Right. So now we have got the evaluator for the OTT girl. We have got our VP membership, Arushi, to go ahead and share her candid feedback. Arushi, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Abu. What a way to relate that. This is what I love about you and each role you play. All right. It is really beautiful when you witness the growth of a fellow Toastmaster. And hence, it was beautiful to see how confident Anjali was on the stage today. From her last performance to this one, the ahs, ums, and the pauses reduced. You know what? In a study, it was found that a smiling baby attracts all the elders and other people around towards that baby. And what do we feel like doing when a baby smiles at us? We want to attend to the baby. We get attracted towards the baby. I think Toastmaster Anjali, knowingly or unknowingly, incorporated this technique into her speech. She was smiling throughout the speech, which was a great way to engage with the audience. Also, I think the topic created much razzmatazz in the group, as everybody could relate. All in the audience, in some way or the other, watch some kind of OTT platform. So I think you caught the right topic and went ahead and gave your speech today. A few recommendations that will really help you out in your next speech, and it would be great if you could incorporate in the upcoming speeches would be, I felt that while delivering your speech, you gave us advantages and disadvantages. And they became a little factual. If you presented your own, what you feel are the advantages and disadvantages, and incorporated those facts into a storytelling manner, it would have lifted the speech, and I think the audience engagement would have gone from here all the way till here. So I think that's one area of improvement. Also, you were giving out facts, and some of the facts, like when you were telling us about how much time we waste on binge watching, and you were presenting facts. If you could modulate your voice at that point to show the grievousness, and that would have explained to the audience that it is actually a lot of time waste, and it would have brought that gravity to that disadvantage. So I think that was great. What I loved about how you ended the speech was to not forget yourself in the OTT platform and the opportunity to get to know yourself and grow yourself. So a great way to end. Just to summarize, I will say great attempt. You were very confident and you were smiling throughout the speech. The topic was very relatable. You could use storytelling instead of factual information, and also stress a little bit on voice modulation. That was all from my end. Back to the GE.
Thank you so much, evaluator, for Arushi. Now people, they say that, the way to a man's heart is via his stomach, and the way to a woman's heart is via her ears, that is listening. I just made it up. I don't know if it makes sense. And, to add cherry on the cake, we have Gauri, who is the listener, and she will check how good you are when it comes to listening. Over to you, Gauri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Rules are whoever is on camera, I can see them. They can only participate. Rule number 2, you have to raise your hand when you want to answer. First question is, according to a survey, India's youth spend 2 to 3 hours a day on what? And how much that, how many it's percentage? So, our counter, Nishika.
So 49% of today's youth is spending 2 to 3 hours per day on OTT.
On what?
On the OTT platforms.
Anyone else?
On binge watching.
Right, correct. That's really good. You was very attentive, huh? The other question is, what is the meaning of name Cylinder? Said by Toastmaster Cylinder. Toastmaster Cylinder can't answer this question. Any guest? Guest Kanika, guest Neha, Adiraj? No, Toastmaster Abbu, you can jump here right now. Anyone? Ritika. Yeah, Ritika.
King of Mountains.
Oh, wow. He was very, very attentive in every meeting, huh? Thank you. Next question is, Toastmaster Mega mentioned a school name in her speech. Any guest can answer for that? Utkarsh?
I missed this opportunity.
Okay. Guest Shreya? Guest Naman. Yeah. I can see your hand.
St. Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Thank you, guest Naman. Next question is, Toastmaster Amit talked about Toastmaster group, and he mentioned how many members are in Toastmaster group. Any guest can answer? Toastmaster Ajad is just taking care of their notes. Toastmaster Ajad, yeah, please. Oh, sorry, guest Ajad. Guest Shreya? Oh, wow. Toastmaster Abu?
Lot of these many members, lot of members,
There was
members.
number mentioned by Toastmaster Amit. The right answer is 3,64,000.
3,64,000.
Yes. So, first of all, I was just want to know you. We can improve our listening skills because we want to improve our communication skills. So, how to improve that? First, focus on the speaker. Avoid any internal or external distractions. Second, in the private time, in the free time, attempt to find a listening topic in which you are you are generally interested, like politics, news, some Netflix series or movies, whatever you want to. Third, be attentive during the session or in conversation. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you so much. But before that, before we go ahead with our tag report, can I request for the polling, please, for the best evaluator? That was awesome, Toastmaster Gauri.
Timer, are all the evaluators qualified?
Yes,
all the evaluators are qualified.
Great, thank you so much. Toastmaster Ritika, do let me know once we have got it.
You can continue.
Thank you so much. Now it is the time for the tag reporters, but we'll first invite the grammarian. Otherwise, Amit will never leave me if I ask the timer to come first. So first, let me ask grammarian to come forward, Sandra, to come and share her report.
Thank you,
Sandra, the
Toastmaster.
virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. So the grammar is always important in our life. So we should, if we use full stop, if we don't use full stop or brackets in any word or sentence, it changes the word meaning. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Sandra, back with my report. So all the speakers were very fantastic. Kudos to them. But some of the speakers were fabulous. First, I will tell you the word of the day used by Toastmaster Abu, our GE, one time, and Toastmaster Diksha, one time, Toastmaster Aditya, two time, Toastmaster Shaman, one time, Toastmaster Ojasya, two time, Toastmaster Arushi, one time, and idiom of the day, Toastmaster used by Toastmaster Ojasya, one time, and Toastmaster Arushi, two time. And there was some new words used by the members. First was petty, which is used by Toastmaster Ojasya in his speech, which means of a little importance. And swing, binge watching, which was used by Toastmaster Megha in her speech. So that was a good thing. And now we have some negative, means we can say bad usage of words. Toastmaster Mishika in her introduction said pause. It should not be pause, it should be pause. And Toastmaster Shalendra used sip. It should not be sip, it should be ship. And Toastmaster Gauri just now used in her listening report, I know. It should not be I know, it should be I want to let you know. And these were the improper use for grammatical usage, and some quotations used by members. Sky is not the limits. There was no limits. Toastmaster used by Toastmaster Megha. Over to you, Toastmaster. There is some important tips to correct your grammar. We should be concise. We should make simple sentence while framing your speech,
and use the selected words or the simple words which you are able to say in your speech words. And don't miss any word or any spellings in the speech. It comma, full stop, meaning that changes your meaning and the speech, the framing of speech. Now over to you, Toastmaster Abu.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for that report. Now we move to our third role player, and that is our timer. Our timer was Utkarsh. Utkarsh, would you be kind enough to share your report?
Yes, Abu. Thank you very much for giving me such a these two are disqualified.
Utkarsh, we can't hear you, buddy.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Ice breaker speaker Anjali is disqualified, and table topic speaker Aparna is disqualified, and rest of all are qualified.
Thank you. Can you also please share their timings as to how much time did they take, right from Sergeant in Arms?
Yeah, Anjali took around 6 minutes 50 seconds, and Aparna took 2 minutes 30 seconds. That's all.
You need to tell the timings for all the speakers.
Okay. Yeah. Shailendra took 6 minutes 35 seconds. Megha took 5 minutes 50 seconds. Anjali took 6 minutes 50 seconds, and Ojasya took 5 minutes 46 seconds.
And all the evaluators also.
Yeah. Evaluator number 1, Diksha, took 4.45. Evaluator number 2 took 2 minutes 50 seconds. Evaluator number 3 took 2 minutes 19 seconds, and evaluator number 4 took 3 minutes 25 seconds. That's all.
Thank you. Not just the last part, all the role players as well.
Table topic speaker.
So when we talk about table topics, our counter grammarian.
Okay. Grammarian Sandra took 3.10 seconds, and our counter speaker took 2.60 seconds.
Cool, Utkarsh. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Great. Before I go ahead with my general evaluation report, may I request, so Utkarsh, are all the role players qualified?
Yes, all the role players are qualified.
Thank you. Ritika, would you be kind enough to launch the poll? Thank you. Ritika, please let me know when I can start.
Abu,
continue, Abu.
Do you ask for the Mishika for her report?
Oh, no, I haven't asked. My bad. Sorry. Mishika, can you please share your report as well?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. So I'd start with the list. TM Gauri was flawless. TM Abu used once. TM Gyan used twice, and so once. TM Diksha used 11 times. TM Shailendra used thrice and like once. TM Aditya was flawless. TM Megha was flawless. TM Shaman used 23 times and 3 times. TM Ojasya used twice. TM Arushi used 11 times and 2 times. TM Anjali used 18 times and like once. TM Shubhashri used 5 times. TM Amit was flawless. Guest Azad was flawless. Guest Kanika used thrice and twice. TM Shreya used twice and once. TM Aditya was flawless, and TM Utkarsh used once.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mishika, and I owe you a cup of tea. Okay, because I've missed your name. And Amit as well.
I wanted to add one point just to share my views on how we can be better at not using the filler words and filler sounds, is that not to think that we are being evaluated or being compared to anyone else, because honestly, I've never fumbled and never been nervous while speaking till today, because I thought that I was being evaluated. So that's a tip from my personal experience. And another thing that you can be calm and you can practice, that's something you can Google itself. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mishika, for that valuable pointers. Toastmaster Vitika, may I request you to relaunch the poll? Thank you. Toastmaster Ritika, please let me know.
Yes, you can continue.
Thank you so much. Great. Thank you so much, people. Let me go ahead and share my report. First and foremost, great job, Amit. You know, you always ensure that there is so much of hard work that goes. So apart from Amit, the entire EC team and the members, let me start from the point wherein the briefing started. The briefing started, almost everybody was there. So great job. And we started on time. Now it was taken over by Toastmaster Ritika. It was so nice to have her back. Thank you so much, Ritika, for taking that role at the 11th hour. You know this particular role. What could have been better was that, that sprinkle of Ritika's icebreaker. And I was ready to do an activity, but it was not there. I missed it, Ritika. Okay. So this is what we were expecting. Then we moved to Amit. Now Amit is doing all roles. There was this one role that was the role of president that he did today as well. So great job on that, Amit. Thank you so much for always pitching in. Now, what could have been better? It is very important, Amit, to first and foremost keep your speech concise. When I say concise, try not repeating your points. And on the interest of time, it is important to address the guest. And whenever we have a lot of guests, we need to only ask one or maximum two questions. So for instance, guest, can you give me your name and how did you come to know about Toastmaster? As simple as that, okay? If you ask more questions, then the time exceeds. Okay. Then we have our wonderful auxiliary role players. Let's move to evaluator one, okay? So when we talk about evaluator one, our first evaluator was Diksha. What I really liked was she was very calm and composed. I liked the, that 3P feedback that she had given. So good job on that. What could be more better was, Diksha, if you could have given a summary and a takeaway. So if summary and takeaway was given, that would have made this a rock star evaluation. Then we had another one, we had we had clouds and we had sun together. It was like only Chanakya can do such a thing. And Amit is the Chanakya here. So great job. We had Toastmaster Aditya giving this wonderful evaluation. I really like the way he gave. I like the flashback technique. And I like the takeaway. The only thing that was missing, Toastmaster Aditya, was the takeaway. Rest, everything was taken care of. The third evaluator was Shamil. Okay, I like the commendation that you get. And the suggestion that you gave was humor was not used. I personally felt there was a lot of humor. Obviously, everybody can have a different interpretation about humor. One of the pointers that we should always talk about as an evaluator was, were the speech objectives met? So that was something which is very important. Okay. Apart from that, not to use words like but, however, although. So it is very important that when we are giving feedback, not to use but, however, although. If you use that, it negates all the good things that you have said. Then finally, we had our Rockstar VP membership, that is Arushi. What I really liked was how motivating was she. And it's very rare to have somebody, if you are evaluating somebody, you look at your previous person that you have evaluated and take the feedback from there. So that is a learning or a takeaway for me. Thank you so much, Arushi. My only suggestion for you is, rather than using the phrase, I think, it should be replaced by in my opinion. So do not use the word I think, use the word in my opinion. It can take the evaluation to the next level. Now let's come back. We all knew that we had some fantastic speeches, and speeches have already been covered. We will go ahead and talk about my core team, that is the auxiliary role player. Let's start with the timer. First and foremost, kudos Utkarsh. You have taken this role for the first time, and whenever we take the role for this first time, we learn a lot. Something that is a learning for you is when you have to give your report, please ensure that you go ahead and give timings for everyone. Okay. And when you show your picture, when you show your video, the level of meeting increases to the next level. So that is something that I would say. Okay, let's talk about our counter, Mishika. What I really like is how Mishika is so calm and composed, how she went ahead, showed her tips. I like how she was ready with the speech. I do not have a suggestion for you, Mishika. Great job on that. Okay. Then we had our grammarian, and our grammarian was Sandra. Sandra, I have seen you, when I say I have seen you virtually for over a year's time. And I'm sure everyone would agree that you have shown this incredible improvement. So good job on that. I like how calm and composed you have become. My suggestion to you is whenever you are talking about areas of improvement, okay, not to take the name. Okay, so if there is an area of improvement that you want to share, just share the area of improvement. Do not take the member's name. So this is something that I would request you. Okay, and let's move to another person that I want to talk about is our listener, Gauri. Gauri has something, that particular something is the way she comes, she wants to do so much more. And you can be talented, but you can never beat somebody with energy. Now that's listener Gauri for us. What I really liked was how she went ahead and gave us such interesting questions. So good job on that, Gauri. Okay, Gauri, suggestion for you, Utkarsh is not a guest. So you were searching for a guest, and then you saw Utkarsh and you said guest Utkarsh. Okay, so Utkarsh is a member. You can confirm that to Arushi because he has paid his membership fees. Okay. Let's talk about our table topic master. Oh my God, Shubhashri, you give her any role. She's like our late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. She will take it to the space. What I really liked was I have never seen this. I've seen people giving one option, two options. These were three options that you gave. Good job on that. It really made me think. My suggestion for you is Shubhashri. So first, when the topics get exhausted, rather than telling the topics that are exhausted, you can talk about topics that are available. So it becomes easy for the person. Okay. And who have I met? Okay, one feedback is just a suggestion for everyone. Whenever we have to chat, it's very important. I want people to communicate. That's very important. But what we should try is, we should try and give our messages after the speech or before the speech. If we give in between, and if a speaker is speaking, you get a notification. And, we had Anjali talking about OTT notification. And when you see any notification, it might distract the speaker or whoever is the role player. So my suggestion would be, please go ahead, communicate, but after the speech. Overall, it was an awesome speech. A feedback for general evaluator is not to forget. Okay, so the general evaluator forgot Mishika. So I owe a cup of tea to both of them. Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful meeting, people. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Arushi, the way you spoke, and it is humbling to see the way she connects with people. In this world today, you can find a lot of people, but a heart that loves you and a person that cares for you is next to impossible to find. If you find such a person, please keep it with yourself. South Delhi Toastmaster, I've been with South Delhi for the past 5 years. We care for you. Okay. On that note, I would like to give it back to the Toastmaster of the day. That is no other than Toastmaster Gyan. Toastmaster Gyan, you are doing a wonderful job. What a wonderful theme you had. And you speak every meeting, you're just being better than who you were yesterday. I can see that confidence. And when you spoke about martial arts and everything, you are doing such an awesome job, Toastmaster Gyan. Over to you for your concluding remark.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abu, the Ranveer Singh of our club, always full of energy and also one of the best evaluators we have. So when I asked Toastmaster Abu that what was the one thing he liked about Chanakya, he said that my sister used to narrate the story of Chanakya, and the best part I liked was of the Vishkanya. Okay, so great on that part. So concludingly, I want to say that we should keep on, reading about Chanakya, and we should learn from his learnings, from his life, and we should apply it in no matter whatever we do. And do you know his teachings from the Chanakya Niti are still used in the Indian foreign policy by the Indian government from years, right? And also that we all are here in South Delhi Toastmaster to conquer our fear of public speaking, right? And we are doing that in a great way. So Chanakya said that as soon as a fear approaches you, attack it and destroy it. Thank you so much, everyone. So that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gyan. And first, I would like to say that please unmute yourself and give a big round of applause to yourself and everyone here, especially for the role player who brought this so much energy in this meeting. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your energetic and the enthusiastic way you are here. You are here in the meeting today. Thank you so much. Kudos to all. And now I would like to request Toastmaster Ritika, please launch the poll for best anchor. So guys, please go ahead and use your right and poll. Okay. So Ritika, once it's done, please let me know.
You can continue, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. So thank you, everyone. Now I want to reach to these few guests. I want to know your feedback. How's your experience during the meeting? So could I reach to Toastmaster Ajad? Can you share your feedback? How's your experience in today's meeting? Guest Ajad.
Sir, that's what I was saying. As soon as you called me Toastmaster instead of guest, so that made my day itself. So that says that I have experienced well, because ultimately I'm going to join, but it is just that I want to experience that how things work here, whether I'll be able to take my time out. But that is all sorted in 2 meetings. So I am going to join. That's all say that how is my experience. Thank you so much for everything. And thank you so much for the time which you have given me to speak. Thanks.
Thank you, Ajad. I am seeing you from a long time in multiple meetings. So now it seems like you are also a Toastmaster. So we are waiting once you join and become the member. So now, guest Raman, could I know how's your experience in today's meeting?
Hello. So my experience was very great. I'm joining for the second time, and the best thing I like about this meeting is I always get to learn something new. Like there is one word and one idiom that's presented in every meeting, and even every guest learns something new out of the meeting. So that's really great. So my experience has been great.
Thank you, guest Naman. So Abhishek, you are here first time. So I want to know from you, how's your experience?
Yeah, my experience was very good. The whole meeting was very captivating, and in the whole meeting, there were lots of ups and highs and lows. So it was quite an interesting meeting, and I would surely like to attend another meeting of yours.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you. So I am also seeing guest Shreya. Guest Shreya is also joining us from long time. So she's also looking like a Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Shreya, may I know your experience? How's your experience in the meeting today? Toastmaster Shreya, are you there? Guest Shreya?
The moment you said Toastmaster, she disconnected.
Okay. So may I know, guest Neha, may I know your experience? How's your experience in today's meeting?
Yes, Amit, actually today I have attended, it's my first meeting, and it's really fantastic experience to attend this meeting for the first time, and I really enjoyed this entire 2 hours. And earlier I just thought that maybe how I will attend it 2 hours meeting, I thought it will too much long time, but it really passed very fast, and I enjoyed it really. I want to really join in the future as well.
Thank you, Neha. Keep coming. So now, guys, we are running out of time. So, Toastmaster Ritika, are you ready with the certificate? Yes, Toastmaster Ritika is ready.
I am ready, but it is taking time to load.
No worry, Ritika, no worry. Take your time. So in the meantime, I just want to, I wish to say that Ritika, you have also launched a poll for the quality of the meeting. So you can launch that after this.
Toastmaster Amit, sorry, I did not create the poll for quality of the meeting.
Okay, and Abu, have you shared that poll for the best player, best role player in the meeting? Please share that.
Sure. So Toastmaster Amit, it's a request. There's some problem with Google Form. People, can you just directly ping me on this chat stating who do you think was the star performer, okay? Your vote can change somebody's life. That person can get a like on LinkedIn as well. So that's how important your vote is, okay? Let's exercise the right of democracy.
Yeah, I request everyone, please send your vote to Toastmaster Abu direct for the star performer in the meeting. And Toastmaster Ritika, you can share the award. And also, guys, I want to share that I have few announcements that next month we are few special meeting. One is Moment of Truth, and another is that we are calling some special guests from the outside the club, and they are going to rock the show for us. And there are also now Toastmaster International meeting trainings already started, so you can also be part of the these training program. It's not matter that whether you are a EC team or not. If you are Toastmaster, then you can be the part of this training. So that's all, and we have already started the renewal season. So go ahead and renew your club membership, and I also get guest that be member of the Toastmaster Club. So Ritika, if you are not able to share the screen, then you can.
The certificates are not loading. It is taking a lot of time. You can share it orally.
You can send me. You can just WhatsApp me. Yeah. So best speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Megha Gupta. Toastmaster Megha Gupta she delivered her icebreaker, so that's great. And then table topic speaker. Wow, my name is also there. So table topic speaker, best speaker is Toastmaster Amit and Toastmaster Mishika. So thank you everyone. And best speech evaluator is a girl who always come here and steal the show, Toastmaster Arushi. So Toastmaster Arushi is the best speech evaluator. And auxiliary role player, last but not least, Toastmaster Mishika. Toastmaster Mishika is the best auxiliary role player in today's meeting. And best anchor, everyone knows that, Toastmaster Abu. Always put the energy, a lot of energy in the meeting. So thank you, Toastmaster Abu, and you are the best anchor for today's meeting. Thank you so much. So thank you everyone. Be here. So I believe we are almost over 2 minutes. So I'm not going to take your time. I just want to say thank you. Keep joining the meeting. Be here. Be Toastmaster. So thank you everyone.
Let's click the picture. I want everyone to pose.
Yeah, I request everyone, please switch on your camera and let's click a picture.
Let's say cheese this time.
Say cheese.
Done. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Keep coming and keep enjoying the meetings.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night. Have a good Sunday.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.